back to the PT podcast. At some point, we're going to find some name for this deal. It'll probably be later tonight, I would guess, after we've probably had some festive beverages. We'll come up with the world's most spectacularly unimpressive name for a podcast ever. But you'll notice not a whole lot has changed here besides the big guy worked some magic and was able to get the grip that we were talking about in the last episode that we did. So I'll turn it over to you. Show us what you got and what we're starting with here.
All right. This is an aluminum. We're not even going to call it an Evo. I don't even know what we're going to call it yet because it's really not an Evo. It is flat on the sides like a normal carry grip would be, but it is a full-length grip, square trigger guard, no front grip screw, which is cool because I don't like how they look. And it's
our
super
guns
light.
don't need front grips.
No. There is a few things
why don't we need front grip screws? Some people, I think I get
most
that
people
question,
don't even
so.
understand what the front screw was even on a 2011 to begin with. It was because it had a plastic grip, and what they found was the plastic over time would sag. And so they put that front grip screw in there to hold the plastic trigger guard up tight to the frame. That is the only reason that is even in there. It's a 90 thousandths wide piece of steel. It ain't holding anything. Yeah. It's not doing much of anything.
Right.
Cosmetic.
So since we don't do a front grip screw, there's no tab on the bottom of the frame
Correct.
either, so it fits in nice and straight up there. You don't have to worry about those, grip screws kind of coming out or being crazy. So did you keep like the back contour, the front around it kind
Yes.
of the same?
The back contour is exactly. That is an Evo mainspring housing. So it does match the back contour perfect. That's actually an Evo grip safety. But we are going to do a functioning grip safety on this grip just because we feel that it's not really
Well, it's a liability issue if it's going out to dealers and stuff and going to end users.
It's going on duty use too.
Yeah, and aren't
not
going,
really a competition
No.
only gun. I think it's the gun that you can do a lot of stuff with.
Yeah, so I think legal liability, I think we have to have a functioning grip safety on the back. Do we think there'd be any benefit to offering the non-functioning grip safety? Because we do it, it's in the grip safety.
Yes.
Not in the grip, nothing changed in the grip. So we could offer that, with a big disclaimer on it, the legal jargon, so our attorney doesn't pop out of the woodwork and thump me over the head. But we could offer that kind of as an add-on afterwards.
Correct.
If needed.
Yeah. I think that would be a good thing. I mean, this one, I kind of did my arts and crafts day with grip tape.
Oh, look how cute it is.
Yeah, I'm a real arts and craftsy kind of guy.
You didn't cut out the hole for the screws?
I'm not Martha Stewart.
What?
But, I mean, I think a grip tape is a viable option for a lot of different people.
Yeah, there's colors, there's
Patterns.
coarseness, there's finer skateboard tape, there's pattern. They can
Right.
put skulls on it. They can do whatever they want.
I mean, it definitely has a lot more customizability to what you
We
want to
could
look
do
like.
some cool color combinations because the grip's aluminum. We can do anodize, and then you could coordinate grip tape with it.
Yeah.
What about the mainspring housing? I mean, we're not going to just leave it an aggressive textured one.
Oh, I like it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what to do with that. I don't know what kind of pattern. I don't know if we got to do some wording on it, kind of like.
Yeah, what
do
should we
the
put?
morphs.
Tell us what we should put on
Yeah,
there.
give us some ideas for
Flag?
this.
Do we put a flag on there and have it coming down? Do we put USA? Do we put what? What's the feedback?
Yeah, I mean, we did the kind of We the People on the morph, and it looks
It looks great.
killer, and it actually has some traction on it, which I was kind of shocked at.
It actually does on the back.
And it looks
but-
really cool when it's
It's
in the holster.
functional sexiness.
If that's a
look at
word,
Kevin
but yes,
coming in.
functional sexiness.
Sexiness.
Functional sexiness.
I like it. Actually, I like the mag release.
Honestly,
It's
too, I
it's
felt
part of it.
picking this up that even before you put any grip tape on there. I haven't shot it, but it just feels really good in your hand. So I think that whatever we decide to grip it with will make it even better. But man, it feels really good.
What's your take on mag buttons? We didn't do a drilled and tap mag release on the morph, but is that
On
something
the
that we
mag
probably
release?
need to do on that?
I feel like if we're entering the proverbial tactical world, you need everybody likes something oversized. That way they can quickly, drop that mag out. And everybody's got different size hands. Obviously, shut up, Dylan. I don't have very big hands. You know, Tiffany, obviously not huge hands, and then you got guys like Brian.
Yeah, but I can't even reach the mag release with a button on it.
He's got short little
You
fingers.
got,
little short
you got
guys.
sausages though.
That's as individual as the
It's
color.
individual. I do prefer
Everybody-
it, but I think it could be an option where we can, you know, either they can add it on after or, you know, whatever.
Well, can we do one of those cool things? Because unlike a lot of other companies, we make everything in-house. So if we're gonna do a mag button, we're gonna use the no Loctite technology in there, right? So no one's having to Loctite the button in. So if they wanna make changes, they can.
Yep.
But since we make stuff and can do anything, why don't we design a mag button that matches maybe the slide cuts or something else on the gun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because we can.
Yeah. I like the mag button, especially for if we're entering this tactical
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
I think we can do just like a plain one like that that's just serrated. We can do one that kind of matches the slide cuts. Maybe a paddle that comes back with people like me that's got really short thumbs.
Yeah, we could do some different options. And so this magwell on here, this is an Evo magwell, right? So this is one
Yeah.
of the bigger ones.
Mag sucker.
So
5,000.
I definitely think it looks too big
Oh
on
yeah,
here.
no, that's too big for carrying. That's that,
it's,
dude, you got
it's,
no
like,
way.
it's like
I
ginormous.
don't-
It's like,
I can't
so
even see
we
the
would
mag with
do,
my hands on it.
Isn't there one over there with a smaller magwell on it? Wasn't there?
I think I got one. Yeah.
well, we should have some we sell.
Well, yeah.
already,
I mean,
but-
yes.
I just don't know. I think the red gun actually has a little tactical mag.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it does. So the smaller magwell, I like the grip tape. I like it. You know, it's a little skinnier on the side, but the nice part is that we make Evo grips too, that have, you know, that small on the side. And the good part about our stuff is that if they wanted to swap out and use a shorter grip or use a traditional, like you liking the
Yes.
texture on it,
Yep.
you can actually swap those out.
Yeah. Or we
And-
can
and
do
change
a
it
full
up.
Can
size
we name it the
stainless.
Evo Tactical Grip?
Evo T?
The Evo,
Evo
T.
Tac.
Evo T?
The Evo Tac. I like that.
Ah.
E-tac.
I think you're right, Tiffany. That's one thing our guys, you know, now that I'm part of the PT family, the company does. You guys offer options. So I think when setting people up, you can say, hey, which do you prefer? And the cool part is you guys can make both.
Yeah.
Right, so they could switch it out if they were going to use it for
Yeah.
maybe tactical games or some sort of competition.
Absolutely.
But then also wanted it for duty, they could swap grips on and off because they're, you know, no Loctite in there and the grip screws or anything. So they would be able to essentially, you know, take it off and switch it over.
Yep. I think you'll have some traditional guys, obviously, that always want to.
Okay.
But yeah.
So now that we've kind of got a direction on the grip, what about the frame? You know, there's not a whole lot of changes in the frame we want to do. This is obviously put on here a long dust cover frame.
It's
Since
tack
it's a tack rail is what I'm thinking. Anyone want to argue for the smooth side?
I like smooth side. I just like big, wide looking guns. I
Simple.
just think they look cool.
I think for the
Clean,
tactical
simple,
one, I
functional.
think the slide cuts and the frame are all very simple. And then I think we're gonna maybe potentially a sexy tactical with some
It's a
cool slide
sexy
cuts,
tac- patent.
but patent pending sexy tactical.
That's right.
Was it
It's a cool-
trademarked?
Can we please apply for a sexy patent
Trademark.
tactical patent?
Well, you know, if we talk about it on here, there's a couple companies that are going to run out and go file trademarks on
Really,
stuff.
yeah.
And yeah.
Well, all right. Let's one other crucial thing: sock safeties. I myself think I like shielded safeties, but not everybody does.
But we,
Well,
you
most
remember
people
the-
don't know how to use them properly.
Right. I mean, us coming
They
from the
buy them,
competition,
they
where
talk about them, but they don't know how you're supposed to be using them.
right. They just think, oh, just flip it
And
off.
I gotta have them shielded safeties. I don't know what they do, but that's what I want.
They look cool.
So what's the difference?
Just a shield. I mean, just to
Yeah.
keep you from rubbing the slide. I've seen a lot of people that shoot that they don't even put their thumb on top of the safety.
Which is weird because that's
That's how we competition people are like, oh man, that's the only way to shoot. Once you've done it once, you're like, oh, that feels so great.
well. The thing too is that I feel like if you ride your thumb underneath, you obviously run the risk of engaging
Well,
that safety.
Right.
So
Well, and with the shielded ones too, I mean, does that, I know it kind of puts your hand out a little bit farther. I know on the honchos, safeties are a little bit of concern because we have some of the largest ones on the market. So some people, you know, different shapes and knuckles and hands, you know, some strong hands, weak hands are kind of hitting in different places on them. What type of safety is going to fit the majority of people? That's probably going to be a little bit more of a minimal safety, I would think.
Yeah, I think the height being lower and being a little shorter to keep your support hand off the front of it.
and or is it going to be an ambi safety?
I believe if it's going to be a
It's just the way to go.
Duty
I think
and
it's gonna have to.
kinda-
That way, everybody can use it. And
yeah,
depending on what situation you get into, even if you're a right-handed shooter, you might need that ambi safety on the other
Yeah,
side.
I mean, you gotta go
Just-
weekend.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's gotta have it. Cause it's a lot more dangerous trying to swap it after you made it ready
Yeah.
and move it over.
So ambi safety for sure. I do like the oversized mag release button for sure. A nice slim tactical magwell.
tactical.
Tacti-sexy.
That's another one, another
Patent
catchphrase.
pending. You,
Catchphrase.
okay? You can't have that one, Scott.
Oh,
Kevin's filing the patent on it.
I did
Totally
change the
do it.
frame on the 5-inch, so it's kind of like the Morph. I mean, this is really.
It feels really good.
It's kind of contoured. Just
Oh, but that one's steel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if we're gonna do a 9mm kind of tactical, I think we test it in aluminum as well.
yeah.
Do we think there'd be any longevity issues with
Of
aluminum
aluminum?
frame?
No, as long as it's not like 9 major, which.
Which you shouldn't be putting 9 major through your tactical gun anyway.
No.
Why? It seems so cool though.
Well,
No.
the number of case head separations.
Will we have an
and-
option for a comp on this?
I think it has to.
I think so, for
I
sure.
think it has to have a comp on it.
I agree.
Comps are cool.
Yeah.
Everybody
They
likes
are.
Gas. Everybody likes
I mean, if a
fireballs. about it.
Hellcat can get a comp, then so can this.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
So I say, do you have any slides around? We could fit a slide to this and maybe start working on some barrel ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the next episode, let's talk about barrel ideas. I know we've got some barrel blanks out there that we could do some stuff with
Slide
for this
cut. What do you
guns.
wanna see on a slide cut? What
Yeah.
ideas?
So in the next episode, we'll start going over barrels and offerings for it, and then start diving into the slide stuff and see if we can at least get something thrown together. We can go out and do some testing with.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.